Hey there, welcome to another edition of Vegas Bad Boys of Podcasting. I am DJ Impact here, and I got Sin City Steve and Matt Michaels, and
Simon Street's on his way.
perfect. And Simon Street is on his way. So there we go. Welcome to the show, everybody. We are. This is Wrestling Talk, and you have to excuse my voice. SmackDown was in Vegas this past week, and I'm going to take the blame and pretending that I was screaming throughout the whole show, but that's not factual. Okay, I've caught something, and I don't know what it is. I caught a bug.
You caught Rey Mysterio fever.
Oh God. Anyways, everybody, if you're watching us live on YouTube, on Twitch, or on Facebook Live, throw your comments in the box, and we'll try to get it in as we can. And if you just download the podcast because you just enjoyed listening to us, thank you for doing that. We appreciate that. All right, y'all, here it is. This is our Wrestling Talk. Let's start off with the four-way stop. All right, Sin City Steve, I normally start off with you, man. What was the highlight for you this week?
All right, man. So, Powerhouse Hobbs is still your AEW TNT champion after successfully defending the title against Penta El Cerro Miedo on Rampage this week. Now, obviously, Rampage is largely missable. Let's be real. But this match was a solid two-segment match, and it did exactly what it needed to do. Hobbs continues to gain credibility with a huge win over a good name. It was a largely back and forth match up until the very end when, of course, QT Marshall hits Penta with the TNT title. Yeah. Hobbs hit town business for the win. Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about QTV later. Anyway, elsewhere, the Guns are still your AEW Tag Team Champions after defending against Top Flight on Dynamite. Honestly, this was a quick nothing match, and there was a Kingdom sighting. There you go, DJ Impact. I know how you love your Ring of Honor guys.
I do.
And quite frankly, that's where they should stay. Anyway, they laid out Darius Martin, and what I really want to highlight, though, and the main reason why this match is being mentioned in the first segment, the post-match, FTR's music hit, and as always, they got a massive, massive pop. They came out, they challenged the Guns to a title match, which, of course, the Guns declined. FTR upped the ante, adding Stips. The Guns, they refused each and every one until Dax finally said it. If FTR can't beat the Guns, they leave AEW. There you have it.
Wow. There you have it, Matt Michaels. What do you got, man?
I got them leaving AEW when their contracts are up, right? No, let's go Cody and Roman on Raw with that promo, and Roman, the line of the night. You started a company and a promotion you couldn't get over in. Brilliant. Fucking brilliant. And then later on in the show, near the end, we get a little business from Solo, and the "You're Not Ready" chance. Oh man, which is gonna stick with him now.
Yep.
It's kind of sad. But on SmackDown, Cody versus Ludwig was fucking phenomenal to open up SmackDown. What a great match. And on NXT, I'll tell you right now, Dragunov versus McDonough was fire. That was a great match. Good to see those two. You could put those two in any environment, any company, and they're just such an evenly matched skill wise and height wise. It's just phenomenal to see them wrestle. And of course, Jay and Roman in the dressing rooms on Raw. In the dressing room, Roman kind of, egging on Jay a little bit, and we're gonna see. I got a feeling maybe we'll see Jay versus Roman down the line. Be interesting.
Yeah. All right. Simon Street, welcome, man. It's good to see you. Hope all's been well. We're doing our
pretty
four-way,
good.
Yeah, man. We're doing our 4-way stop here, man. What highlights you have for the week?
Well, definitely NXT Tiffany Stratton qualifier match versus Indy Hartwell. Actually, it was a really good match, really high intensity, fast pace, which is how I like Indy Hartwell. Whenever she is wrestling, she does well at a fast pace versus methodical, paced out. Just my opinion. Did excellent with that, and then of course just Raw and SmackDown. Oh my gosh, man. They really do know how to get a guy super excited about WrestleMania. Sucks I can't be there in person, but that's okay, man. I'm going to be watching everything that I can from pre-show to promo videos and whatnot, and playing in WWE 2K23. But regardless of all that, man, KO and Sami Zayn, man, can Sami get his own goddamn shirt without somebody remixing a goddamn shirt? But you know what? I like WrestleZania. Did I say it correctly? Is that what it WrestleZania is? I something about it. It don't quite make sense. It doesn't roll off my tongue very well, but I'm okay with it. So WrestleZania, why not? I still like KO Mania, but hey, what the hell, outside of that, that big old match that's going to happen with the three-way, it's just interesting because at first I was kind of like, oh man, this is going to be some bullshit. I'm not really feeling it, but you know what? Let's let all those guys from across the pond beat each other's chest till it's blood red, and we'll see what the hell happens. It's going to be fun for the Intercontinental Championship. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, and your boy Gunther.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it for my 4-way stop, y'all.
All right. With that, we're going to go right into Too Sweet for the Week. All right, here we go. Matt Michaels, man, what you got, man? Too Sweet. We go to you first.
Too Sweet for the Week. I got to give it up. Dominic and Ray finally coming to pushing Ray to the point where he threw the punch that knocked Dominic on his ass. It was amazing. The match between Ray and LA Knight was a great, solid match. LA Knight is pretty freaking over. So get ready to see a little more Mr. Knight as it progresses after WrestleMania. But Dominic, man, the way he confronted his mom and his sister, the way that Ray sold it, the punch itself, if you look at it, Dominic takes his head down just enough so Ray doesn't have to fully extend his arm because he's so much taller. And boy, he just launched his ass as soon as the punch was thrown. So it was just brilliant. And now that match becomes kind of exciting. Then you had Gunther versus Butch. What a great match. Those two, enough talk about two guys who could work all day long. Those two are just so good together. Love to see more out of them. And got to give it up. Bully Ray took on Tommy Dreamer, and Bully Ray had a spot in the match where he used a ladder, which was a step stool. And, to poke a little fun at Mr. Hobbs, he had the referee hold the step stool as he got on it to come off of it to jump onto Dreamer. Fucking hysterical. Good stuff. Good for Bully Ray and sticking to his guns. And he hasn't been happy about that ladder holding for Hobbs getting that whatever call he wants. So
gotcha, man. All right, let me go over to you. Simon Street, what do you got? Too Sweet for the Week.
Man, Too Sweet for the Week. You know what, Sin City? I'm about to make you smile a little bit more than usual. We're going to see some teeth. Man, your boy went and got a chance to watch AEW. And boy, when I decided to watch, it be some shit pop off. Before I even get what the shit got popped off, and I'm not going to do too much because I know you're going to go in magnesium about the shit. All right? But can anybody tell me why Stokely always be coming out look like he is a souped up Super Saiyan version of the Nation of Domination? What was your boy wearing? But that was some Too Sweet for the Week. I thought he was going to come out, boom, 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 Nation of Domination. I was like, what is going on? But anyways, your boy got your ass smashed. Outside of that, boy, Sin City, How come you ain't telling me about the dude that really does act like a real Viking? Yes, we're going to talk about that Kenny Omega and that El Hijo del Vikingo. God damn, that motherfucker. Yes, I said motherfucker, because when dude does shit like that, you just looking like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yes. I hope AEW does well by him. I don't know, because they have a tendency for high flyers to either knock themselves unconscious to where they can't show up for the match, or they'll just blow it up. I mean, shit, that I could hear Michaels when I was watching this match. Well, how come they didn't save this for a pay-per-view? They did this on a regular Dynamite. I don't understand. Well, that's what I thought about. Michaels, I heard you in my head, which is a little unsafe for me, but I heard it that time. But damn, was that a fucking match? Look, I don't understand AEW, but damn, every time I watch, it's like a party of some crazy chaos that I just like. It was great.
Okay.
And
Right.
Hobbs didn't disappoint me. There you go. That's my too sweet for the week.
I tell you, Simon Street trying to bring me back over Sin City Steve. I don't know. He's trying to really get me to watch. Okay, Sin City, you go now. Let's go.
Well, as if we didn't talk enough about El Hijo del Vikingo versus Kenny Omega, let's talk a little bit more about it, because quite frankly, yes, no hyperbole, it was quite possibly the greatest match on AEW Weekly TV that we have ever seen. Let that sink in. No
Wow.
hyperbole. And yes, I saw your eyes bug out of your head, Michaels. But the fact is, it was 17 minutes of amazing TV. Spectacular athleticism. It truly was a star-making performance for Vikingo in one night. He's already the AAA Mega Champion, and he was named the best high flyer according to the 2022 Wrestling Observer Awards. But this was his first match on American cable TV. Omega did end up picking up the win with the one-winged angel. But I'll tell you, man, Vikingo, the guy unleashed a Dragon Rana, a Poison Rana, numerous dives, and most notably, one of the prettiest 630 senton splashes I have ever seen in my life through a table. If you like fast-paced, hard-hitting action, go see this match. Go out of your way to see this match. Trust me. Elsewhere, on the same show, completely in a different vein, Sting, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy beat Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade, but I'm not going to give the match itself a too sweet for the week. This match was built off of an angle done at AEW's House Rules house show in Troy, Ohio. This was the first one of its kind. Now, let's be real. I like that they did this because this can set a precedent for how shows can matter. So have coherency between all of your TV shows and your dark shows, and then we'll be talking.
All right, just to clarify, this other name you was naming before you went over to his last match, that was on Dynamite?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm gonna watch this past week's Dynamite. I'm gonna do it.
Seriously, spend 20 minutes out of your day. You'll be you'll be happy.
And I'll let you know next time we're on.
And bring your boy Matt Michaels with you as well, because that shit'll be hilarious as
Well,
fuck.
Matt should be, even though we talk shit about AEW, if it's really good, then Matt should kind of give it a little bit of a lead, give it some props. But I gotta see it first to see that. All right. Okay. Yep. WTF. All right, Simon Street, what you got?
Well, I'll tell you what, man. My WTF, I'm going to go back because I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I want to go there just a little bit. What are we doing with Stokely? Can somebody answer that? I'm sorry, I'm using it to talk about someone twice. Why? Don't worry, I'll wait. Why?
Who knows?
In a whole minute and 30 minutes trying to figure this out, because I'm trying to figure out, again, your boy don't watch AEW all the time. But I'm really trying to figure this out. 1 + 1 plus Stokely plus what?
Does he not make a good manager?
I think he's an okay manager. I don't think he's horrible. But
I'll explain it in my segment. Go ahead.
Okay, I appreciate it. Because I'm just trying to figure out, because watching it, I'm thinking, okay, when Heyman gets his ass handed, his ass sells. He looks like he's being victimized, brutalized, and stalked. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think he's going to have a heart attack, right? Stokely cries in the corner the week before, right? Dressed up as the Black Panther. No, not from Wakanda, but the Black Panther Party. And then this week he dresses the Nation Domination. Boy, if you don't take them damn pants off, what's wrong with you? Why they making your boy Stokely look so bad? So yes, that's my WTF, because Stokely deserves better. He's not half bad. If anything, have that shit happen to QT Marshall. Have his ass be victimized and look like a little scared little bitch. That's just my point. WTF. Go on.
All right. You know what? We had a question. Speaking of WTF, John puts here Bully Ray versus Tommy Dreamer in the first ever busted open match in 2023. Okay, there we go.
Oh, the first match of the year 2023.
Yeah,
no.
Not of their career.
No. Busted open.
Yeah.
The first ever busted open match, which there have been first blood matches for years upon years.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. All right. So let me go over to you, Matt Michaels. Let's go. WTF.
Okay. So let me pick up on that. Hook versus Stokely. That was the thing. It was a match, DJ. It was an actual fucking match. Holy God. It was horrifying. It made Hook look horrible. It just awful. They don't know how to book Stokely, a fucking manager.
Right.
And it's just awful, man. Just bad TV. So for as good as Steve wants to say the main event was, you have to watch shit like that during it. It's okay. The main event. All right. Oh, so the guy can wrestle. Great. Who is he? Who knows? No buildup. Once again for a guy. And you guys know who he is, but you don't. So how do you build your audience? Especially because he's not under contract. But the biggest problem with it, Kenny Omega beat a 25-year-old good wrestler for no fucking reason. That's my biggest problem. Kenny Omega, why? I'm over him. In case you guys didn't know, Sting is undefeated in AEW. And every match has been a tag match with Darby Allin. And then you had what Steve said. That match was because the Butcher and the Blade attacked Darby and Orange Cassidy at a fucking house show. I didn't see the house show. No one saw the house show. And yet it matters because now here's a match. You know, it'd be one thing if it was John Moxley, or Daniel Bryan. But it was the Butcher and the fucking Blade. Okay. What?
Oh my! All right, Sin City Steve, man, it's time for you to go, man. What happened? What's going on? WTF?
All right. So, as everyone else has talked about, both of you guys talked about the Stokely match. I might as well talk about it as well. So it finally happened this week, and it was, to quote an AEW announcer, bowling shoe ugly. Okay. Now, I'll say this. You actually could see that Stokely was having a blast out there. He was having a lot of fun. But it didn't last long. Thank God. It went 3 minutes. But believe it or not, for me, the match itself didn't, that wasn't what warranted being mentioned in the WTF. What really caused it to be featured in this segment is the timing of the match. So there's been beef between Hook and Stokely and stuff like that for, a long time now. They've been slow burning the hell out of this damn thing. And, it was a month ago that this stuff kind of fell into place with the storyline. Mm-hmm. Realistically, the storyline itself felt extremely cold by the time that they got to the match. If they could have done the match a couple of weeks earlier, somewhere in there, fine. But there was seemingly too much dead space between the actual events that precipitated the match and the actual match happening. Mm-hmm. Elsewhere, another QTV vignette was seen on Dynamite this week. Yeah. They did a rehash of last week too. So it looks like as if these are all going to be formulaic. They're mocking the guy that Hobbs beat the previous week, which happened to be Ray Phoenix. They bring up Twitter spats, I guess. Hobbs is on TV more frequently, which I'm a fan of, but why does it have to be like this? What the fuck?
Got you. Man. All right. Well, let's find out because we're all getting excited about something. So let's see what we're looking out for here. All right. So let's start with you, Matt Michaels. What are you excited for, man? Let's go.
Andy Kaufman in the WWE Hall of Fame. I'm excited to see if Andy Kaufman shows up at the WWE Hall of Fame. I think everyone's very interested to see if this is when he finally reveals himself as not dead and and accepts the award. And that would be amazing. Everyone's expecting Tony Clifton though to show up, so we'll see what happens. But big time NXT Stand and Deliver. Dragon Lee is now in that North American Fatal 5-Way, which ups the stake. That match is going to be off the hook. Can't wait to see Schism versus Chase U. They had the debate. Duke goes ahead and puts up Chase U University on the line. So it looks like we might be seeing the end of Chase U, which is interesting. Then you have Gargano versus Waller in a non-sanctioned match, which we know Johnny Gargano and non-sanctioned matches on NXT pay-per-views means a lot of violence and probably some memorable moments. This match should be off the hook. And of course, you have the NXT women's title ladder match. Right now, we don't know who the fifth person is. If it is true, it probably will be Roxanne Perez. If she is good to go. There's speculation that the injury angle was just an angle to cover up an actual something that was going on. But it also has been reported that maybe she's over whatever that was, and they would probably put her back into this match. So I think they're kind of giving the leeway on that. But hey, go Zoe Stark. That's all I got to say about that one.
All right. Sin City Steve, man, what are you excited to see?
All right. So we found out this week who Adam Cole is going to be facing when he returns to in-ring action. That man is Daniel Garcia. Yes. Daniel Garcia cut the best promo that he's ever cut in AEW this past week. And he actually, I can't say he kept up with Adam Cole because no one is on the same level as Adam Cole except for possibly MJF in AEW. But he gave it a valiant effort. Let's just say that. Yeah. At this point, quite frankly, Adam Cole needs to be pushed to the damn moon. I could see him being the one to actually take the title off of MJF. And it looks like as if he's going to be using Boom as the button up for his promos, which I dig. Also, this week on Dynamite, kicked off with the Young Bucks being taken to not a local medical facility, no, but to a hospital. That's the real world. That's the real word. It is a hospital. Nonetheless,
and they're really young Bucks.
Exactly. The Young Bucks. Anyway, we were led to believe that it was going to be the Blackpool Combat Club that sent them there, but how do we know that? You know how wrestling is, guys. Until we see someone take ownership of something done off the screen, it could have been anyone in the locker room. We'll see. Anyway, later on in the show, after the main event, they had the whole thing with Hangman Page and basically the Blackpool Combat Club came out. They attacked Kenny Omega after the main event. Hangman Page runs out to fend them off.
Yeah.
Don Callis takes the biggest bump of his life, and Kenny just sees Hangman in the ring with a weapon, Don Callis down on the ground, and there we go.
Okay.
What kind of storyline are we getting from there?
Amazing. Simon Street, man, what you got?
Man, I'm definitely looking forward to Stand and Deliver. It's going to be freaking awesome. Some of those matches that Matt Michaels have mentioned is definitely looking and seeing what's going to happen with this new Lyra Valkyrie when she enters in with Zoe Starks, Gigi Dolan, and Tiffany Stratton. But always looking forward to Tiffany Stratton with a little gold on her. A little more eye candy when it's gleaming and blinding you in the face. You go, girl, go and get it. She is the wrestling quintessential Barbie. If you made one and mixed the DNA of Barbie, she'd be Tiffany Stratton Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when I choose to watch NXT over and over on those days. I think you figured it out. Tiffany Stratton, 100%. Outside of that, definitely WrestleMania. I'm actually kind of excited to not go. I know a lot of people are like, what the hell? But I'm more excited because I don't have to worry about, crowds so much right now. But I could actually sit down and watch it from cover to cover, which I'm going to try. I've never really have watched from the warm-up show all the way through. Usually I skip it. I'll go get some nachos, or from there at the event, I'm probably getting merch or whatever, right? So this time I'm going to go back to what I did when I was a teenager and watch from start to finish. I've been geeking myself up, getting ready for WrestleMania, watching any promo I can get, whether it's online or whatnot, souping myself up. I challenge anybody who's listening or watching to do the same. Man, it is great to go back in a time capsule and really just geek yourself up for WrestleMania. You can feel the vibes, you can feel the electricity, and by the time it happens, hopefully I'll be able to extend that. If not, I might get. Is that the hurry the hell up? Is this?
Yeah, you was about to get taken off the screen. Finish that last thought you said, man. Sorry about that.
No. I was just saying, hopefully by the time the pre-show, I don't blow my load already. And I don't mean it in a sexual way. I mean it in the sense of I crash out because I didn't piped myself up.
Right. All right, cool, guys. Here is Best in Show. Can't wait to hear what you thought was the best show of the week. All right, Sin City, Best in Show.
AEW Dynamite. Of course, I'm going to say that. Why break the trend, right? In all seriousness, the show could have literally had Kenny Omega and Vikingo on the mat on it, and that'd be the only thing in the entire show, and it would have earned Best in Show. However,
wow,
yeah, special shout out because SmackDown, I was in attendance live. Great show, and Cody Ludwig and Gunther and Pete Dunne. That was a great bookend, and very, very solid stuff. I too am looking forward to WrestleMania, but I have to talk AEW, so I don't have to, but
I feel you. All right, how about you, Cyber Street Man? What you Best in Show this week?
You know what? I got to say, Best in Show definitely went to surprisingly Raw. And the reason why I say that is just anytime that Raw can get me to watch from the start to finish and I actually give a shit, it makes for a good damn Raw. And I was. The only thing that was down, as far as getting my attention was probably Impulsive TV. That was probably the only downside a little bit, but even that was slightly entertaining. And like I said, just as we get the build-up going for WrestleMania coming up, man, I mean, these shows are piping out. But I would say a slow, short second would go to AEW Dynamite if I had to give one, because boy, was my socks blown off. And literally, I was getting so worked up, I had to take my socks off because my feet were getting way too hot in them socks watching that damn Kenny Omega and Vikingo. If you know what, to be honest with you, if it don't work out in AEW, I want y'all to join the Viking Raiders because they really struggling with Hunterson. They're in a Viking. I don't know if they need to go play God of War or some shit, or I don't know, watch Vikings season 1 through 6 on the History Channel. But y'all got to get y'all Viking shit going on, man, because Vikingo seemed more like a Viking. Like he didn't give a fuck. Like he was raiding the ring. So AEW second close, but consistency wrong.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch this AEW this past. I got it on tape, so I'm gonna find out. Matt Michaels, Best in Show.
So this actually came in from Christopher. It is an actual text. So Steve, I'm not saying this to say anything to you. This is an actual text I could show you. For fuck's sakes. Fuck Steve. Dynamite was not anywhere close to SmackDown, was the actual quote.
Wow. Fuck me, huh? That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's an actual text. So
that's cool.
But yeah, SmackDown. There you go.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
I don't think we've ever had a text saying "fuck you."
Yeah, I know.
No,
All right.
it's the first one we've ever had. So
Cool. Glad I could be the first. Hooray, tribalism.
Well, I tell you what, if you're the first, you ain't gonna be the last because they're gonna be hitting us up all the time.
Oh man. Okay. Everybody, look, thanks for hanging out. This is our wrestling talk. We're about to go right into 3 count next, but we do have to end this show. So make sure you linked up to all of our social media, and when you see the notifications come through, you hop right on. Okay. With that, that is our wrestling talk, and we will check you out soon. Take care. Happy wrestling.